Here we go. Week 3, day 1, and we're on the bikes today. There you go. I found some old boy to have a little ride with, and I'll report in as we go. Right. Why is it that biking's bloody harder than running?
Because we're on the grass.
First time on a mountain biking in about 30 years. 33 years actually. What's the technique? What's the tips?
Tips.
Oh, you're an expert.
Plenty of training.
This bloke's just been out to Mallorca.
Take it easy. Work at your own pace. Steady away.
You have a run?
No.
We'll go running tomorrow and I'll tell you how to do that.
No chance. These legs aren't made for running.
These legs weren't made for cycling. Oh dear. Right, halfway well.
Come on then.
Tips, I'll give him some tips. Hey?
Hey?
I'll give you some tips if you want.
Don't fall off.
Don't fall off in the woods. Right, old Fanny, innit?
Well, I mean, it's easy with that, if it's available.
Good job it's available.
Good job it's available.
Midweek run was just a steady 12k, time on the feet, medium pace.
Morning. End of a second week of running, but end of week 3. So that's 1 week, 1 day to go now before a Great South Run. And it'll be, find me eye. It'll be 4 weeks after coming out of COVID. In the nature reserve today, and I take it mega easy, like really easy. The aim is to get a good hour on the feet today and then see how I feel on the back of that. I'll catch up with you during the run. So 4 miles in, we're just circling around a little place called Coalhouse Fort. Lovely weather, right on the riverfront here. When we come to the seawall, I'll be running along it and a bit more footage. Hamstring isn't great, but it's not stopping me from running slow. That's a good thing. Right down on the seawall now. It's beautiful. Just over 5 miles in. A ton of flies and a ton of bleeding spiders. But as you can see, she's got a big tanker out there going on the Thames. A lot of wildlife down here, including myself obviously. Loads of wildlife in the marshes, flying about, and this seawall is a good few miles long. We're taking it sensible, just slow and keeping the heart rate low, just getting back into it, time on the feet. Another 4 or 5 miles to go. That'll be it for today. Probably the last run of the week. There we have it, end of week 3, and just stretching off again before we get finished. Life has got in the way this week. Only been out 3 times, twice on the run, once on the bike. I've got to be honest, I think this has proven harder to get back than I thought. Find it hard, even at slow paces, on the long runs. Gone solo pretty much this week on my 2 runs, which I found a little bit more difficult as well. Not having a running buddy out there for encouragement. We've got a week now to the Great South. It's a 10 mile, pretty flat, gentle course. I was hoping to race it as best I could. Doing well up to obviously COVID, and now I think it's just going to be a bit of a training run. Nothing more than that really. It's going to take some time, but at least I can run in some lovely places and just take my time, be patient with myself. One thing I do need this week is a shave and a haircut, that's for sure. Right, get back, get showered, get fed, get watered. See you next week on the lead up to the Great South.